Spiritual warfare in business. You are not just building a brand or launching services, you are taking territory. As a woman of faith in business, your work is not just a job, it's a calling, it's influence, it's spiritual ground. And the moment you decide to build something with God, you become a threat to darkness. Spiritual warfare is not something reserved for Sunday morning. It shows up in moments you don't expect. The sudden anxiety before a pitch, the confusion that clouds a decision you were once clear on, the delay that doesn't make sense, the self-doubt that comes out of nowhere right before a launch. Not everything is warfare, but sometimes what feels natural is actually spiritual. Ephesians 6:12 says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world." That means what you are facing may not be about the client, the budget, or the delay. It may be about the impact your business is meant to have. Because when your business becomes a tool in God's hands, the resistance becomes real. The enemy doesn't waste resources attacking people who aren't a threat. So if you've been feeling opposition, pressure, fatigue, or even isolation in your work, don't automatically assume you're off track. You may be right in the middle of what God assigned to you, and the pressure is spiritual, but you are not defenseless. 2 Corinthians 10:4 says, "The weapons we fight with are not the weapons of the world. On the contrary, they have divine power to demolish strongholds." You don't fight with panic, burnout, or reaction. You fight with authority. You fight with the Word of God, with prayer, with worship, with discernment. Let's look at the life of Nehemiah. He was rebuilding the walls of Jerusalem. It was a physical project, yes, but it had spiritual weight, generational significance. And the moment he began the work, opposition rose up. Enemies plotted, mocked, tried to distract him, threatened him, but Nehemiah's response was focused and firm. Nehemiah 6:3 says, "I am doing a great work, and I cannot come down." That's your reminder. You are doing a great work, even if no one sees it yet, even if it's not finished, even if it feels like no one understands the spiritual battle behind the scenes. You are building something that matters, and you cannot afford to come down. How do you stand in spiritual warfare as a Christian woman in business? First, recognize the attack. The enemy won't always come through obvious resistance. He will show up in subtle discouragement, in distraction disguised as opportunity, in constant second-guessing, in spiritual fatigue that feels like burnout, in comparison that silences your creativity. But you are not at the mercy of the attack. You have spiritual authority. Ephesians 6 continues, describing the armor of God: truth, righteousness, peace, faith, salvation, the Word. That's not poetic language, that's a strategy. You don't just armor up when things fall apart. You stay armed so you don't fall apart. You cover your workspace in prayer. You start your day in the Word. You lay hands on your systems, your contracts, your goals. You declare peace when fear creeps in, and you speak life when the enemy tries to whisper failure. James 4:7 says, "Submit yourselves therefore to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you." Submission is protection. Resistance is spiritual maturity. You are not just a CEO. You are a daughter of God with spiritual responsibility. So don't fight from fear. Fight from truth. The presence of warfare is not the absence of God. It is often proof that heaven is backing your assignment. If the battle has intensified, maybe it's because breakthrough is near. Don't quit in the pressure. Stand in your authority. God is not watching from a distance. He is with you. He is ahead of you. And He has already won. So fight wisely. Fight rested. Fight covered. Because your business is more than a business. It's a weapon in God's hand. Take time today to consecrate your business in prayer. Choose a specific space, your desk, your laptop, your phone, and speak the word over it. Pray for your clarity, your clients, your decisions, and your peace. Ask God to expose spiritual distractions and silence voices that aren't from Him. Then write down 3 declarations that you will speak over your business this week. Example: My work is covered by God. I operate in wisdom and peace. No weapon formed against me will prosper. Let this be your reminder. Spiritual women do business differently. If this devotional gave you clarity or strength, subscribe to this channel. Here you'll receive devotionals designed to nourish your spirit while you build with purpose. You're not alone in this battle. God is with you, and we're walking this journey together. Stay grounded, stay equipped, stay obedient. Your assignment is holy.